Oh, there's actually not a shadow across my face at this angle. What's up, guys? So there's been a lot of different talks about stimulus plans and whether or not we're going to be seeing more stimulus or not, all coming from our representatives right now. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that. Everyone's wondering whether or not we're going to be getting another wave of stimulus, which technically speaking, this would be our fourth wave of stimulus, just not directly towards us as the people. The long and short of it is, yes, there's going to be another stimulus plan coming out, but it's the details that are still in a gray area right now and what we don't really know. A lot of big names all agree that we need to be spending a lot of money in order to keep our economy afloat right now, which is understandable. With many people out of work, a lot of House Democrats right now are proposing several bills that would be giving universal income. You have to remember that these are only proposed bills right now, and that's not really set in stone. So you may or may not have heard about a plan that would have given everybody $2,000 a month. Yes, it's true that some junior members have proposed the Emergency Money for the People's Act. It is also the most supported Democratic bill that's currently been proposed. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to pass. It still has to cross through the House and through the Senate, which, though the House has a Democratic majority, the Senate doesn't, so that's where a lot of Democrats would run into trouble. Well, on the other hand, there's also been a Republican proposed bill that would reduce payroll taxes. This would encourage businesses to rehire their staff that they had to lay off and increase wages before. The Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, has said that he wants to wait out our current situation a little bit more to see what happens before acting right away. While Donald Trump, on the other hand, has verbally noted a couple of ideas, which would include that payroll tax cut. He doesn't want money going directly towards people because he doesn't see that as a very long-term solution, which is understandable. Many Republicans are saying that Democrats are trying to use this situation as a foothold into getting in one of those policies that they've wanted for a really long time. You might remember Andrew Yang ran on the policy of universal income for everybody. So yes, there is going to be more stimulus, but whether or not that's going to be directly towards us or towards businesses or secondary coming in onto us through businesses, being able to rehire people, there's a lot of gray areas of what's going to be happening. Democratic leadership in the next couple of days is supposed to be proposing another bill on what the actual leadership is saying. Previously, a lot of junior representatives have put forward a lot of different ideas, such as you may have heard of rent and mortgage cancellations, $2,000 a month, and there was a $2,000 a month Visa card that would be reloadable and taper off to about $1,000 a month after a little bit of time that would be going past coronavirus. There is talk of what's going to be happening in stage 4 of our stimulus plans, but we don't necessarily know exactly what that is. We also don't know when any of these bills are going to be passing. Though Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi says that she's working on a bill right now, we don't know if the Republicans will agree completely with what Pelosi is going to put on the table. It's likely, with how much tension there's been in Washington lately, that there's going to be a few different discrepancies and things that they want to adjust. The Senate, on the other hand, is saying that they're just kind of waiting it out. They're not working, I don't want to say that they're not working as hard as the House right now, because they don't see the need to be acting as quickly as they had to the first time, is what Mitch McConnell has said before. But that's not to say that we're not going to be getting any stimulus at all. Mitch McConnell, Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi, and Steve Mnuchin have all agreed that we need to be spending in order to keep our economy afloat, which in the eyes of us, that sounds like really good news if you want more money. This would also alleviate some of the stress from the $600 a week minimum federal unemployment benefits that people are getting. Well, one of my questions that I'm worrying about is, even if we do this payroll tax, is that going to guarantee that people are going to want to come back to work? One of my big worries is that people are going to be so used to this $600 a week currently that they're getting from just sitting around that jobs still won't be able to offer them enough to want to come back, especially entry-level jobs for college students. If you remember from the last video that I made on stimulus, People my age got excluded from the $1,200 stimulus check that we originally got. Personally, I think that that was a mistake. I personally could make the argument that giving the $1,200 a month to college students and older teenagers could help the economy even more. Because quite frankly, people my age aren't very financially aware. They're going to be out there and spending that $1,200 right away, which is going to be stimulating businesses even more, keeping them afloat. That's also what a lot of Democrats are saying with the $2,000 a month, is that if we can get people spending, that's going to be supporting our businesses, and we won't be having to give out these PPP loans, the EIDL loans, in order to keep these businesses going. But we, as the people, could actually be helping them out by contributing to their business. They'll then still be able to employ more people, and that'll stop us from going into a recession even worse than we could right now. Wow, my hair just keeps falling down, doesn't it? So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on what's happening in Washington right now and what you could be doing while all of this is happening. I've been swing trading a little bit in Webull, which probably isn't the best idea, I'll admit, but I think that this would help me get more familiar with the market. I'll leave a link to Webull down in the description below, and if you deposit $100, you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400. You'll want to have that brokerage account so that if we ever do get to see that government money, you'll be able to invest it wisely. Now, I'm not telling you exactly what to do because I don't know how the market's going to behave. When I made my first video on the S&P 500, it was at about $2,400. Now it's closer to $2,900. So, obviously, things change and they change fast. If we ever do see another dip in the stock market, it's a good time to buy. If we see things raising, you're going to be glad that you were buying before. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I just wanted to give you a little update on that we will be getting more stimulus. We just don't necessarily know when or how. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe for more content. See you guys around.